I want to go to restorative dental hygiene school too. What do I have to do to get in? That's a great question. Welcome back, peeps, to my channel. We are going to be talking all about how to apply to restorative dental hygiene school / the program at George Brown College in Canada, Ontario, and what the prerequisites are.
Hello, my name is Irene. On Instagram, I go by Toothlife.Irene, and welcome to my channel.
For those of you that would like to apply to the restorative dental hygiene program here at George Brown College, my videos are very specific to my location here, but there are a lot of other programs that offer this type of post-secondary or license expansion. So make sure that you just type in your Google search restorative dental hygiene in the area near you and see if that's an opportunity. So I'm going to read you what the full description says on their website, and we'll dive into what some of the restorative dental hygiene scope of practices are in an upcoming video. And so restorative dental hygiene is a 2-semester program designed for experienced dental hygienists looking to expand their scope of practice by treating clients with diverse oral health care needs to increase their earning potential. Students will be able to work with a broader dental team and perform advanced restorative procedures. To qualify for this program, you must be actively registered to practice dental hygiene with the College of Dental Hygienists of Ontario and to have a minimum of 1 year dental hygiene experience, work-related experience. Upon successful completion, graduates simply apply to the CDHO for their designation. No additional national competencies are required, meaning you don't have to do another board exam if you're practicing within the province of Ontario. In compliance with standards of practice by the College of Dental Hygienists of Ontario, students will be able to apply bonding systems and required liners, place and finish amalgam or restorative restorations like composites, take final impressions for crown and bridge and veneers and all that stuff, fabricate and cement provisionals, which means temporary restorations, cement and bond indirect restorations like crowns and bridges, all of that fun stuff. So there is a variety of learning objectives on their website. This will be linked below, and then you will go into a variety of links here, like the courses that are required to take. It's a 2-semester course. So this semester I'm taking dental materials, histology and embryology, which I shared in my last video, the textbook that I'm going to be using, clinic, and then occlusion and bioaesthetics, which I also shared in one of my last videos. In semester number 2, which is going to be for me just after Christmas time and holiday time, another clinical course, theory, and then field placement, which is going to be really cool because we end up going into an office and practicing the skills that we're learning in school inside the office itself, in the field, in the real world. There are a lot of different places where you can practice after you've become a restorative dental hygienist, like in the private practice or public health sector or in a hospital or even in industry. But that is a video for another day. Tuition. How much does it cost? Because that is basically a prerequisite. Knowing how much you gotta pay is a prerequisite. 2 semesters are just about $18,000 Canadian. It is an expensive program. However, for a dental hygienist who has a restorative dental hygiene credential or designation, your earning potential does increase significantly. I have met some restorative dental hygienists who make between $60 to even $100 per hour in our province of Ontario. In the United States, like I have friends who live in California, they're already making quite a bit per hour. I don't know if this type of expansion is available to them, but I can tell you that here in the province of Ontario, the average dental hygienist, based on our ODHA, the Ontario Dental Hygiene Association, has recently come out with a survey, and they said that the average dental hygienist with about 10 years of experience is making somewhere between $41 and $45 an hour. So for those of us that have our restorative credentials, that does significantly increase your earning potential. That doesn't include our books, which I shared. Each book is about $100 and something, I think $160, $110, and $130. And then your scrubs, which you're also not provided. You're provided with a bunch of different materials. and all of those things are provided for you, but everything else you got to pay for on your own. Congratulations! You are interested in applying to the Restorative Dental Hygiene program, and you would like to do what I'm doing and join me in filling awesomeness as a hygienist. Great. Let's start the application process. The first place is you want to go to the campus of your choosing. I go to George Brown, and I started my application. Link is below for the college, which is basically the OntarioColleges.ca website. So when you apply to a program here in the province of Ontario, which is in Canada, you apply to a central location, and the central location has all of the schools in the same area. So for example, if you're in high school and you'd like to apply to a multiple areas or multiple schools, you do it through the same portal. You don't have to go to every single different school's website and apply to their website. So you go to the Ontario Colleges website, ontariocolleges.ca, and then you start your application, and you have to create your own OCAS account. So I've created my own OCAS account with my password and my email address and my credentials. And then to begin, you start an application. So I'm going to apply, click the apply button on the lower left side, and then I'm going to start an application for a new program. And from here, you have to pay. So you have to pay a $95 fee for any applications. And this is where your main enrollment will begin. Once you've sent out your enrollment, it will go to the appropriate college. So if you're applying to multiple programs in multiple places, all of the information will come right back to you through the same portal. And oftentimes you get an email from that college as well saying, congratulations, you've been accepted, or unfortunately, have not been accepted, or you've been waitlisted. So to apply online, you have to have an active registration with the College of Dental Hygienists of Ontario, which means you must be licensed. The second thing is you must have 1 year of clinical experience and verification of employment, so you need reference letters. And you must complete an interview if offered an interview. My interview was done completely virtually this year. In the past, they did have interviews on site, but now they're virtual. Things that I found that were really helpful when applying is making sure that I had my letters of reference in advance. So they ask for letters of reference from people that you've worked with, people that have been in the same practice as you, and I think I got 5. I got 3 from past employers. Obviously, I own my own business and I own my own practice, so it'd be very difficult for me to write my own letter of reference. So I went back a couple of years and got letters of references from people that I've worked with, and even other clinicians, other hygienists that I've worked with. Like shout outs to Lil, one of my good friends. Hi Lil, I don't know if you're watching this, but if you are, you're amazing and I love you. She's a restorative dental hygienist in a practice that I worked for a few years, so I had her write me a letter of reference if she thought that I would be a good restorative hygienist or not. So those are great places to start, and having those things before you apply is going to be really helpful. I had those sent off to the interviewers before I was interviewed. And even my friend Tina, if you're watching this, she's a restorative hygienist too, and she also wrote me a letter of reference. And so having those in advance was really helpful. So if you know any restorative hygienists, they would be great people to ask for references because they know what the job entails and how difficult it is, and perhaps if you might be a good fit for the position. The program size is quite small. My current program, I believe, only has 18 people, and that could be due to COVID. Numbers are a little bit smaller because they're trying to spread everybody out. But generally speaking, it's a smaller class size than your It's a smaller class size than your typical dental hygiene programs that some can have up to 60 students per cohort. So there's a small class size, and there's a lot of things that you need to do before your very first day of school. A health check. You must complete a health check before your first day of class. For me, and you'll see a couple of clips coming up, I had to get TB tested. I had a 2-step TB test. One in this hand, you can still kind of see the bruise a little bit here, and then one in this hand, and you can see the bruise there. And then I had to have blood drawn, and I had that done recently, and I still can't get the glue off of my hand. So I did that, and then I also had to have a booster shot. I had one in each arm for measles and mumps and all that fun stuff. I had those injections when I was a small human, and apparently you need booster shots for that when you're an older but still small human, because I'm small on the inside, and yeah. So I had to have all of that done, and it took quite a bit of time to make appointments with my doctor, go back in and out. So I wish I would have started that process sooner, but I'm done and ready. To enter the campus, there are 2 things that you must have to enter the campus. One is you must have some form of COVID screening proof, meaning you have either had both of your vaccines and you have proof of vaccination, or you have had a negative test within the last 72 hours upon entry, and or if you have not been vaccinated, then you must have a rapid test. And all of the George Brown campuses, Waterfront, St. James, and Casa Loma are all providing free rapid tests, and you can do that online. So they sent us a link that said, please book your rapid test here, and the rapid tests start as early as 6 o'clock in the morning. So if we have a class at 8 a.m., you could have your rapid test done for free and then still participate in the classwork. I've had both of my vaccinations, so I've printed out my little vaccine proof thingies and just put them in my backpack. And that way I don't have to worry about getting there for a rapid test or any of that stuff.
So I have to get this like card updated, and it's kind of funny because I've had this since I was a child. Like if you look at, this is 1997. This is when I got my first Hep B vaccine, or all 3 of them. Isn't that funny? Yes, I'm a pack rat and I keep everything. Deuces a wheel.
Exactly. All right.
I did it. Step 1 of identifying TB immunity. I had a TB test like many moons ago, but I guess these things expire. Anywho, I got a Band-Aid. A Band-Aid. Isn't it cute? Okay, well then I have to go back on Wednesday to identify the lesion or lump or whatever the reaction type may be. A wheal, I believe it's called. And then I have to do this again next week. 4 doctor's appointments in 2 weeks. I also need to get blood work, so we're gonna try and do that this week as well. So yeah, that is that. I'll show you the forms. Maybe I'll show you the forms. I'll do that at the end. Kind of sad. I found my paperwork from when I was a small wee child. Didn't even want it. Didn't even look at it. Didn't even ask for it. I've been holding on to this since 1997, just for this one moment when someone could say to me, wow, really impressive, you've held on to that since 1997.
So now you're done. You've completed your health check, you've got your COVID either test book or your passport situation, you've got your scrubs ordered, your books ordered, your things are on their way, and you're ready to start school. And how do you feel the first day of school? Well, I don't know. Maybe you'll know very soon because you're starting, but I'll let you know in our next video. And our next video is all going to be a very short video of my instinct and feelings and reaction of going to school tomorrow for the first time as a physical student in a classroom in like the last 14 years of my life. So stay tuned. See you next week. Peace out, peeps. Subscribe, like, follow on Instagram. See you guys later. Bye.